Welcome to the episode of Johnny Talks Football. Today I'm just going to go on kind of a rant today because it hasn't been a good past 6 days for Texas A&M fans all over the country. So last Thursday evening, Kyle Allen announced on his Twitter page that he will transfer from Texas A&M. And then just about an hour ago, there's a tweet from someone from TexAgs.com. It says, per multiple sources, Kyler Murray's intention as of 1 hour ago when following a meeting with Kevin Sumlin was to transfer from Texas A&M. Now, the Kyle Allen transfer didn't bother me at all because I felt like Kyler was better than Kyle at the beginning of the season. And I blame Kevin Sumlin for all this because he screwed Kyler over by starting Kyle against Arizona State in the season opener. I feel like he only did that because Kyle is from Scottsdale, Arizona, and he wanted to play him against Arizona State because he knew he'd probably be motivated enough to get that W. But Kyler looked way better in that opener than Kyle did. Because Kyle fumbled one time and he threw an interception that got down to the 4-yard line. Let's go later in the season. Against Alabama, 3 interceptions for Kyle. They all got ran back for a touchdown. Against Ole Miss, he was in the second half? 1 for 24 for negative passing yardage. And yet Kyler was just sitting with his helmet on, just holding his helmet, wondering when he's going to go in. The person you really got to feel bad for is Myles Garrett, the heart and soul of the defense. If I was Myles Garrett, I would just transfer too. There's no way A&M's winning a national championship with Kevin Sumlin as the head coach. When I first found out they were going to hire Kevin Sumlin, I thought, he might take us to the promised land. He might be the guy that puts A&M's Dynasty on the map. No, if it wasn't for Johnny Manziel and Mike Evans, we'd still be irrelevant. We'd probably be the bottom feeder of the SEC. And now we probably are the bottom feeder of the SEC because Tennessee is getting better. Vanderbilt almost beat Florida. Kentucky's going to improve probably next year. So right now, I just feel like A&M's the bottom feeder. And they should have probably fired Kevin Sumlin already. I mean, considering if LSU could almost fire Les Miles, then why can't A&M just fire Kevin Sumlin completely? This is the third Texas A&M quarterback to transfer in the last 11 months. Because Kenny Hill transferred last year. Because Kenny Hill got suspended for 2 games because he cussed the coach. If I was on the team, I'd probably curse at Kevin Sumlin too. Because he sucks at what he does. He should have stayed at Houston. And I think Texas A&M was getting back on the map with Johnny Football. Ever since he left for the NFL, it's just been complete crap. I don't even think they're going to win the bowl game against Louisville anymore. And I think Kyle and Kyler were 5-star quarterbacks coming out of high school. You would have thought they'd be a dangerous team, but they don't have the right coach to coach them. Let's just look at Texas A&M's schedule next year. The opener against UCLA. It's at Kyle Field, but it'll probably be a loss. Prairie View A&M Bowl, they better win that. At Auburn and Arkansas will probably be, they can go either way. A&M would just have to be lucky to win those games. At South Carolina, that could go either way as well. Tennessee will probably be a loss because Tennessee is just getting back on the map. I feel like if Tennessee can win the bowl game, probably finish in the top 20 in the rankings, then they'll probably be back on the map. At Alabama in Tuscaloosa. That's going to be a big L. Against New Mexico State, probably a win. Mississippi State, that could probably go either way as well. Ole Miss, that'll probably be a loss. The University of Texas San Antonio, that better be a win. Against LSU, that'll probably be a definite loss. Because Leonard Fournette will probably run all over that defense. So truthfully, I will sit here today and say that next year, Texas A&M football will not win the national championship. They will not go to the college football playoff. that will not go to New Year's Six. They probably won't even go to a bowl game next season. So the way I see it, I see them going probably 4-8 or 3-9 next season. Now, one of my occasional viewers, Garrett, he's also a Texas A&M fan. He sent me a DM on Twitter about 45 minutes ago, saying that they might fire Kevin Sumlin by the end of the day, probably. And truthfully, who really cares? We just need to start over. We just need to hit that rewind button and not leave the Big 12 for the SEC. Because clearly, they'd be better off staying in the Big 12. They should have never made that jump to the SEC. They're going to be bottom feeders next year. I'm going to tell you that right now. And if we actually played Texas right now, they'd probably beat the crap out of us. That's just the sad truth behind it. That's the end of my video. Have a good day, everybody.